Good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner. I know this is kind of a impromptu thing. I'm just going to say real quick. First of all, I wanted to wish Survival on a Budget Made Easy. I wanted to wish him a very happy birthday. I know it's a little late, but I wanted to wish him a very happy birthday. And I'm not going to be on very long tonight. I was going to do a lot more tonight, and there was just no way to get it done. Okay, it's still over 85 degrees in my bedroom. Okay, and we're not even talking about outside. It has been close to 95 degrees with a heat index of over 100 degrees. And when that happens, even my air conditioner back here cannot keep me cool enough. That's how bad it's been. Now, I'm doing some stuff tonight, and that's why I can't be on for very long. I'm trying to get some stuff ready for the week because I have to work for the next 3 days. That's one of the biggest problems with my live streams is I can't just say, okay, tonight it was too hot. Let's just do it another day. Well, if you have to work practically every day, you can't just suddenly shift it to the next day or the next day after that. You have to shift it to the next day you have off. And if you have to do cooking or you have to do cleaning or something, you can't just shift from one day to the next. And that's why I don't visit a lot of friends and I don't do a whole lot of stuff that I normally would do if I had a lot more time off, is because that the next day I have to go to work. The next day I have to do this. The next day I have to do that. I can't put my work off to another day. I have to get it done, including mowing the yard. See what I mean? Anyway. And that, like I said, that just, there you go. Okay. So that's why I'm struggling with this. It's just like, I want to do the live stream, but when you have a day and that's the day you got and it's over 100 degrees, you just can't do it. And that's, like I said, even the air conditioner, as much as it's running, and it is running, no question about it, it's just you can't get the atmosphere cool enough to actually run a live stream. It just doesn't work. So that's why. But I didn't want you guys thinking I'm just kind of skirting around with this, because I'm not. I'm really not. It's just I'm just hitting some very bad luck right now. And one of the things I've noticed as I have been watching my ratings, I always watch my ratings every day. I watch my ratings real close. Some of you have really watched my stuff, and I'm glad you have. I'm glad you enjoy my presentations. I'm glad you have learned a lot of stuff from me. It was my pleasure teaching you all this stuff. So I thank you for doing that. I really do. I really thank you for watching my videos and learning as much as you have, because it's really going to benefit you in the end. One of the things I'd like for you guys to tell people, I know there's another stimulus check coming. Granted, it's coming, no question. But that's going to probably be the last one. I would be very surprised if yet another stimulus check comes around. And let me tell you something. Keep this in mind. The United States government, that means Uncle Sam, he's not Santa Claus. One way or the other, they're going to get that money back. I promise you. One way or the other, they're going to find a way to get that money back, and it's going to be back in their hands. Keep that in mind. This is not a freebie, folks. They said this is a stimulus, not a freebie. This is not Christmas. You want Christmas, I got a bunch of Christmas videos for you. You can watch them to your heart's content. That's Christmas. This ain't Christmas, folks. Keep that in mind. So, and then of course you have the coin shortage, which is now here's my thoughts on this. Kroger's, it's a fact, their gift cards as of right now are not reloadable. Okay, Walmart's are. So I can go to a Walmart, reload my gift card, and then use it for my shopping and then whatever's left is just stored on the gift card until I use it the next time. All right. But when it comes to Kroger's, I have to now right now what they're allowing us to do is to put money, cash money, your paper bills into the actual machine, and when it goes down to a certain level, you can then just use your credit card and pay for whatever little's left. So my strategy at Kroger's, of course, is to take all my paper money, pay whatever paper money I can, and then when the total gets down to a certain level, I just put in my credit card and finish the transaction. Because I don't want to use my credit card on a regular basis. That's because that means I then have to go back to the bank week after week, put in more money. That's not a good financial strategy. Let me tell you something, folks, and this is for real. When you're training children on the value of money, you got to have them hold it in their hands. And then they got to feel it going away when they get the merchandise. Because if they don't feel the money going away, they're eventually going to spend too much. Then they're going to go into debt. And that debt may never go away. This is how kids get in trouble as they grow up. They go into college. They get those college loans. They get the car loans. They get the house loans. And they never seem to get out of debt. Well, that's why. Because they have never really been taught the value of money. They've never felt in their hands. They've never actually given it away in a transaction. And that's something that should be taught to every school kid from 3rd grade on. Let them have the experience of actually feeling that money being exchanged for merchandise. Because they don't feel it, they're never going to understand it. And they'll get into a lot of debt they don't need to get into. Keep that in mind. But as wonderful as my job is, and don't get me wrong, I love my job. Don't get me wrong, it's wonderful. I love the customers. I love my coworkers. They're just wonderful. I've got one of the best jobs you could ever think, as far as a retail job is concerned. But the thing is that not having that freedom of deciding when you want to work and when you don't want to work, that can become a problem. Okay, it's not that they do give me days off. Don't get me wrong, they do. But sometimes the days I want to have off, I can't just necessarily say, I can't go to my boss and say, hey, I want so-and-so day off. And even when I do schedule a particular day off, I don't know the weather on that day. I don't know what situation I'm going to be facing on that particular day. I can't predict that. When it comes closer to time, then I can actually predict that. But by then, it may be too late. I can't just change my schedule anytime I want. And this is kind of the reason why I want to try to, make a business where I can, rearrange my days whenever I want to. I love my retail job, don't get me wrong, but as I get closer and closer to retirement, the value of finding days that are really going to be good days and finally taking them off and doing what I really want to do, that kind of value goes up. And I'm sure it's that way with all you guys. No matter how much you love your job, you do want that ability to just say, okay, I'll come in whenever I want to. The retail's not that kind of a thing. When you get into retail, you can't just come in whenever you like. It doesn't work that way. You have to meet the needs of the store, and I understand that. And I appreciate that. But like I said, when you get closer and closer to retirement, you want to balance your time out, which isn't unusual. I mean, when people get to be about 60, well, see, I'm not even 60. I'm just 50 years old right now. But as I get to be closer to 65, as the years roll on, I get closer and closer to 65, 70 years old, during that period of time, I'm going to want to just plan my days differently than I do now. And retail doesn't always accommodate for that. And they do what they can. Don't get me wrong, they do, and I'm glad they do. But it's just like when you go on vacation. Okay, just because you plan that week off from vacation doesn't necessarily mean the weather's all going to work out, or you're not going to have problems here and problems there. You hope everything's going to work out the way you planned it, but it doesn't always work out that way. Ask anybody who has ever planned a wedding and the wedding did not go quite the way they thought it was going to go. See what I mean? So you can love your job all you want, but you have to actually meet the needs of the store, which is understandable, quite understandable. But that means that, it's like with the 4th of July. I would have loved to have the 4th of July off, but the needs of the store came first. And I was glad to work on the 4th of July. But like I said, when I get closer and closer to retirement, there's going to be some 4th of Julys I'll want to have off. And retail can't always accommodate you on that. So, it's something I'm thinking about. When you run your own business, you can say, okay, on this particular day I'm going to work, and this particular day I'm not. You can't do that with retail. And that's just a given. That's just a fact. That has nothing to do with right or wrong or anything else. It's just the way it is. So like I said, I like my job. I like my coworkers. I like my customers. Love it. But it's just difficult for me to just say, okay, I want this particular day. And even if I do get that particular day, that doesn't necessarily mean everything's going to work out as planned. Like today, I have an elderly parent. I had to take care of that elderly parent today. It was hotter than blue blazes. The heat didn't break until about 8 o'clock tonight. It was just not a good day to do a live stream. I wanted to. I would have loved to, but it just didn't work out. And some days it does, and some days it doesn't. And you have to just wait until the next opportunity. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Retail, as accommodating as retail can be, and in my case, retail has been very accommodating to me. It's just that they can't accommodate everything. That's not their fault. It's just a fact of life. You have to understand there's a difference between facts of life and whether somebody wants to accommodate you or not. Oh, they'd love to. They'd love to accommodate everything I ask, but it don't always work that way. It's just the way retail is. That's life in general. I mean, come on. How many times have you planned a Memorial Day picnic and it rained? Well, you had the day off. Well, yeah, but it rained. Things don't always work the way you want them to. They work the way they can. And that's how retail life is. So, I mean, I can't put off a live stream till the next day. I want to, but I can't. So that's why the live stream didn't work out today. It's just bad, unforeseen circumstances. I knew it was probably going to be hot, but I thought, well, the weather will finally break close to 6 o'clock, and we'll be able to do the live stream. But the heat just never broke. And so, but that's why I'll be doing a live stream, hopefully on Thursday. If not, it'll be next Sunday. It's just as soon as I get a good opportunity to do something. And keep in mind, as we get into August and September and October, there ain't going to be any more heat problems and all these other problems. Yeah, well, there could be some snow problems as we get closer to October and November, but heat's not going to be a problem. There's just a certain period of time in the year where heat is a problem. And this is it. So, but the heat was primarily the problem. I know there's some weather coming in. There's some rain showers getting ready to come through, and that will cool things down. But by the time, I'm not going to run a live stream at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's just not going to happen. If I had multiple days off, I probably would, but retail doesn't work that way. It's nice when I can get a couple extra days off, but you have to meet the needs of the store. That's just how retail life is. It's not about a good thing or a bad thing or nothing. It's just that's just a fact of life. And I understand that, and I understood that when I got into retail in the first place, was that retail is a fact of life. You have to meet the needs of the store. And that means that you can't just have whatever you want. See what I mean? And that there's no good thing or bad thing about it. It's just the way it is. And so, like I said, I'm not trying to, not do a live stream. It's just, these are just bad times and bad circumstances. Things just didn't work out the way I wanted them to. It happens. I mean, there are things to do at my house. Like I said, I have to help an elderly parent. I have responsibilities of my own. I have to get ready for my next day at work. If it had been a situation where I had the next day off, I probably would be up here till midnight at night doing my live stream. But I do have to go to work the next day, and I just can't just run a live stream till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't work that way. Not that I don't want it to, it just doesn't always work that way. So that's why I didn't run my live stream. Just didn't work out. I have the notes for it, though. I really do. And when we actually get a chance, when I get a real good chance to sit here and do what I need to do, we'll do it. But I also wanted to say that there is a vast majority of people that are subscribed to my channel that don't watch my content regularly, that really believe in their hearts that another stimulus check and another stimulus check and another stimulus check is going to come, and oh my gosh, we're just going to get check after check after check, and it's going to be perpetual. Uncle Sam ain't Santa Claus, people. Doesn't work that way. Uncle Sam will finally cut it off at some point. They will cut off the income. When that happens, you're going to need the skills I provide here. Let me tell you something. You try to go through any college or university, you're going to pay out the wazoo. You will. You come here, you don't pay me anything. Unless, of course, you want to buy one of my Kindle books. And keep in mind, I still got those 4 Kindle books out here. I have had people buy my Kindle books, don't get me wrong, but they never talk about it. They never tell me what they think of any of the content I had in there or nothing. I hear no feedback whatsoever. It's pretty bad. So if you guys go out and check out my Kindle books, read them, and give me some feedback, I'd love to hear it. I'd actually like to hear it. But that's just the way it is. Like I said, it's all about facts of life. Fact, you got to eat. Fact, you got to wash your clothes. You gotta wash your dishes. You got to clean your house. Those are facts. There's nothing good about them. There's nothing bad about them. It's just the way life is. And like I said, retail life is that way. You can't just have any day you want off. It doesn't work that way. I know some people think that works that way, but it really doesn't. You really have to meet the needs of the store, and that's something I understand. But sometimes that interferes with what I have to do here. And it happens. Nothing good or bad about it. It's just how life happens. Sometimes life just gives you a bunch of lemons, and you got to make them into lemonade, and that's that. So, I was going to be on, I was going to actually turn this on a little bit earlier, but there was some kind of update that had to be done to the computer, and I had to do the update, and it took a while. But I just wanted, the only reason why I got on here tonight was I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not trying to dish you. I'm not trying to say, hey, I don't care. It's not the way it works. I just want to let you know that unforeseen circumstances happen. That's life, and there was nothing I could do about it. So now you guys know that I wanted to be here. I wanted to do the live stream the way that I've always done them. It just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It happens. That's just life. And like I said, as I get closer and closer to retirement, I will want to try to start up a business of my own where I don't have to be in a situation where I'm trying to figure out what day would be best to do this and do that and do that. I just want to say, okay, this day didn't work out too good, so we'll just do it the next day. Retail doesn't always work that way. That is the way it is. So, good, bad, or indifferent, that's just the way it is. So that's just life. And for some of you younger people that are getting into this, just know you just can't. If things don't work out on a particular day, you can't just say, well, we'll just go the next day. Retail doesn't work that way. You have to meet the needs of the store. And sometimes meeting the needs of the store interferes with whatever plans you have. And let's say even if you did get that particular day off, doesn't mean everything's going to work out the way you want. Some people have had birthday parties that didn't work out the way they wanted it to, or they've had this or that happen. They were planning a party and the party didn't go as planned. Maybe the caterer didn't bring their food the way they were supposed to, or whatever. Life doesn't always work the way you want it. You have plans, and sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. But the good news is I have notes ready to go for the live stream whenever we can actually do it. And just as soon as I can, we will. Shoot, I may just go ahead and videotape my fishies back here. One of my big plans right now, and I wanted to let you guys know about this, was that I'd like to take about 10 or 12 of my videos, make them popular enough, and that's what I've been working on. Because when I'm not live streaming, I can take a few minutes here and a few minutes there to do some advertising. There's a lot of people that still don't know I even exist. And what I like to do is take 10 or 12 videos and make them popular enough where they are watched every single day. The whole thing, not just 1 minute, but the whole thing. And then from there, I can get enough watch time to actually get me back on the partnership program, which would give me a secondary income. That would give me more time to write Kindle books, which would be the third income. And between the three incomes, I could do a lot more for you. I have more time to do what I want to do. I want to do these lessons. I want to continue covering Danica McKellar's book. I was actually looking at it today and thinking about what I was going to do for my next presentation. That track phone thing, I was going to do that part 3. Remember how I read that thing and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to? I'm going to revise the script and I'm going to do it again. And this time I'll pair it with all the pictures and we'll get it up on the air and bam, bam, boom. It'll be all done. But I need about 10 or 12 of my videos to be watched literally every day in order to get the watch time I need to get myself back on the partnership program. Once I do that, I'll write the Kindle books. You guys can read them. And then, because I've got a Kindle book, it's over half done. Over half done. And I can let you guys read that too. So it's not that I don't have plans, not that let me tell you something. HTML lesson 159, it's right up here. I just gotta have the time to sit down, make it, and do it. Do it right. So this is another thing that's gonna be coming up. When it'll get done, who knows? I didn't even think when I was planning all my stuff last year, I had no idea we'd have to deal with the coronavirus or shortage of money or anything else. None of that came to my mind. I had actually planned to go out in June to Nauvoo and videotape their signs and to videotape parades this year and whatever. None of it worked out. It was just an unforeseen circumstance. So there you go. So, like I said, things happen. And today was no different. Things just happened. But yeah, one of these days I'd like to videotape my fish and just slap it up there and let you guys watch my fish worm around. And if I ever get a chance, that's exactly what I'll do. Be something for you guys to watch. That's life, people. So that I felt so bad about not doing a full live stream tonight. That's why I came up here and I thought I'd give you guys an update and tell you guys I really do have notes ready to go. I just haven't been able to do anything here yet. So what videos would I like to see more popular? Let me tell you something. I did a video called Hyphen and Underscore. This was done almost a decade ago. People do watch this every day. I was surprised, really. What I'd like to see them do, and this is why not only did I add the YouTube cards, which always appear on the upper right of the screen, and that's something I need to start putting in more and more of my videos. I think that one of the biggest reasons why nobody clicks that stuff is because they don't know it's there. It's one of YouTube's biggest secrets is to not only tell people in music review videos or whatever I'm doing to say, hey, click the card and you'll go back to previous lessons or whatever. But also I put cards at the end of some of my videos. And this is also true of Hyphen and Underscore. If you watch the Hyphen Underscore video I made a decade ago, now you will see cards at the end of the video. And they are getting clicks. I was amazed at this. But one of the videos I'd like to see them watch is the Hyphen and Underscore etymology and update video. If you have not seen it yet, go over there, check it out. A lot of information in there that I think you need. I would like to see people, instead of watching the TrackPhone smartphone tutorial, which I made several years ago, it's nice that they watch it, but I'd like to see them go from that to my new Samsung J3 Orbit tutorials. As you know, I already got the first two up there. I'd like to see them go through the whole thing. I know I don't have the whole thing up there yet, but I'd like to see them go through the whole thing. If they would do that, that would up my ratings even further. Those are the kind of videos I'd like to see them do more of. I would like to see them. I've noticed that my flow charting videos have become suddenly more popular. I'd like to see those watched more often. I have videos called the digit span test, the digit symbol test, the Ray auditory verbal learning test. Those kind of videos. Okay, I'd like to see them more popular. My response to Amanda Kaufman, I'd like to see that one become more popular. I'd like to have more people watch that. My music review videos, I'd like to see them more popular. I have reviewed a few movies. I need to put some in stuff on them too and let you guys go from video to video. I have not done that yet, and I probably will at some point. You can tell how tired I am. I was surprised I was awake long enough to do that. But these are the kind of videos I'd like to see them make more popular. They're what you call bread and butter videos. If these bread and butter videos were watched every day, all day long, and we're collecting a lot of watch time, after a while, I'd be back on the partnership program. And then I would have more time to do what other stuff I wanted to do. So it's not that I'm not going to do another live stream. As a matter of fact, I have a mini vacation coming up next month. And I'm going to sit there, have my notes ready, and we're going to do a massive 2 to 3 hour live stream. I don't know which day it'll be, but one day I'm going to get on the screen. I'm going to be on there for 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to do a big live stream. Another strategy I'm going to deploy is if you go to your YouTube studio And you'll have to do this on your laptop. Okay, I can't seem to find a way to do it on the smartphone, but on your laptop, you go to the YouTube Studio. On the main screen, if you'll go to the lower right, you'll see who has subscribed to you. Go back to these people like I'm getting ready to do. Watch their videos, review their videos, and then they'll watch you. And maybe they'll start watching you more often because of it. And that's another thing I'm going to deploy. I have also tweeted like crazy, and that has worked to some degree as well. But anyway, I wanted to thank everybody who tuned in tonight in this impromptu video and has understood what's been going on. Like I said, it's had nothing to do with I didn't want to do this. I did. It's just things didn't work out the way I had hoped they would, that I would have liked to have seen them work out. Shoot, take a look. I am wearing the same Hawaiian shirt that I would normally wear to parades and whatever. I usually save these for the parades and stuff. Just didn't happen. Just didn't happen this year. Wasn't my fault. It wasn't anybody's fault. It just the way it was. But I really wanted to thank you guys for tuning in tonight, watching me, and knowing that just a bunch of unforeseen circumstances happened, and I just didn't get everything set up and ready to go like I wanted to. But I assure you the notes are there. They're ready to go. All I have to do is go on live, and I'll do it. But tonight, it's just not going to happen. Not that I don't want it to. I just don't have time for it. I'd love to set up my little camera over here. I'd love to set up my Easy Share, set it up there, and just record like crazy. But I just can't. And I feel bad about it. I really do. But it just wasn't meant to be tonight. So hopefully it will happen on Thursday. If not, we'll try again on Sunday. We'll keep trying until we get it right. That's just the way I'm going to do it. And if I have to go on here for a short minute and say, hey, this is what happened, I will. So I just didn't want you guys thinking that I didn't care or I didn't want to do a live stream or whatever. It makes you sound like you're dissing people, and I'm not dissing anybody. It's just a bunch of unforeseen circumstances, and there you go. But I do want to thank you for watching this tonight, and knowing that I actually cared about what was happening, and I'm sorry it wasn't longer, and I'm sorry things didn't work out the way we wanted to. But right now, like I said, it's still about 85 in here right now, and it's hard for me to wear this shirt and do a live stream like this when it's this hot. But the heat's going to break eventually, and we're going to have chances where I'm going to actually be able to do live streams and everything else. So thank you for your patience. Take the time. Watch the videos like the memory videos, the Euclid element videos, the mathematic videos. If nothing else, it's been Christmas in July. That has been pretty popular with my channel. Watch my Christmas videos. Take the time. Watch my movie reviews. Do you know that I reviewed all 6 of the Josh Kirby movies? All 6 of them. They're hardly ever watched. If you have not seen them, please check them out. You just look up Josh Kirby and you'll find him. I will tell you, though, that when you're using hashtags on Twitter, don't bother using the hashtag education, because they got a couple of companies out there that just keep pumping content under the education hashtag. And unless you just pump every second of every day, they're not going to see any of it. So whether you're pumping it on the latest or you're pumping it on the most popular, they're not going to see it. So don't use that hashtag. It's a complete waste of time. School reopening, though, that hashtag works. I noticed that. School reopening, I got a lot of responses. Education, I didn't get hardly anything. So, anyway, I just thought I'd be nice, get on the air, tell you what happened, say I am really sorry that things didn't work out the way I wanted them to. And I guess the last thing I wanted to say was when it comes to Survival on a Budget Made Easy, I wish you had a wonderful, I hope you had a wonderful day. I really do, because it was your birthday, and congratulations. There you go. I will pick at some point, sometime, to do the fishy thing, and I'll videotape my fish, and you can watch him. So, but I just felt bad that I had not been able to do what I wanted to do tonight, and that's why I came on here. Just a short little explanation, and just let you know that life happens. If I feel like getting on here Wednesday night, I might, because I know I have Thursday off. I might get on here for just a few minutes, maybe do a video or two. And it may come to that at some point where I just, if I have a very brief opportunity to get on the air, I may just go on for a few minutes, especially right before a day off. I might just get on here for a few minutes, do a little something, and then just, it maybe we may have little short mini live streams. Not that that's what I want, but it may come to that. Or I may just have just enough energy to do a particular video and just pop one up on the air. So I'm not dissing you guys. It was unfortunate the way things happened today, but I just thought I'd let you know that I care about you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week. And I'm sorry things didn't work out the way I wanted them to. So, now I will tell you one little secret, and this is beyond, because really I really need to get back to doing what I need to do. But I want to tell you a little secret. Not only is watch time very important to YouTube, but they have also told us that the more comments, legitimate comments, mind you, the more legitimate comments that appear on your videos, the more likely YouTube will share them. Yes, they want you to make better thumbnails, and I think you've already seen those. And if nothing else, go to some of my videos and just look at the thumbnail itself and leave me a comment on what you thought of what my thumbnail looked like. Just go to the actual video, say, hey, I liked your thumbnail. That would be nice. Tell me what you liked about my thumbnail. And if you have any suggestions for a particular video and what you would want to see as a thumbnail, that's fine. I guess I could say to Survival on a Budget Made Easy, and also to Crazy Josh Cravey, first of all, I have not forgotten about the video response wars. I may do that live. So hang in there on that one. But one of the things I would like to see is if you guys could find me certain things. I'd like to have like a teeny tiny little castle, because I like to use it as a thumbnail. If I could find something that's dirt cheap, I could buy it, and we could have a little castle for a thumbnail on a couple of my videos. I'd like to find a small Clydesdale horse that I could take a picture of for a particular video. That kind of thing. I'll let you know for each video, because there are some videos I'd like to make particular thumbnails for. I just haven't done it yet. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off short for tonight. I'm sorry it was so short of a live stream, but I just want to let you know I felt bad about it. That's why I did it. And hopefully either Thursday or Sunday we'll do it, and we'll get it over with. I have plenty of notes for it, so, and we'll have even more notes when I get done. All right. You guys all have a wonderful evening. You be well. Keep me updated. If you want to, you can go to my Speed Learner fan page. Give me some updates on you guys. Let me know what's going on in your neighborhood, because I don't know. I'm here. I don't know what's going on in your neck of the woods. So keep me updated. Keep me apprised. Thank you very much for tuning in. You all have a wonderful evening, and I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.